channel. I'm Vegas Maniac. You can call me Dawn. So what am I up to today? Well, I'm doing a little experimenting, having some fun, breaking up the monotony of doing the same old thing over and over, following everybody else. So what I've already done is I've taken this 20 by 20 Michael's Artist Loft gallery wrapped level 2, and I've mixed up a little bit of satin Decoart craft paint with a little Floetrol and just sort of smeared it on the canvas, blended it out a little bit. It's a little streaky. That's going to be my base. So what I'm doing is a little bit of experimenting based off from Rinske Downer's Reveal Dutch Pour, which I thought was really cool. I've done a couple of them, tried it out, haven't had much success, so I've decided to just have fun with it. So what I have is a translucent, not transparent, translucent base. It's her recipe. You can check out her channel to find the ingredients and how to mix it up. So what I've actually added, I'm gonna make a mess here, but I actually added a little bit of the Decoart Metallics pearl to mine, and a little bit of Liquitex Iridescent white, which is semi-transparent, just a very small amount, in addition to using the iridescent pouring medium. So check out her recipe, but mine is going to dry a little milky with a lot of shimmer. You can see the stick through the paint. So that's my base. It's nice and thin because I'm doing a Dutch pour over this. So we're going to pour that on the canvas in a moment. My Dutch pour colors are golden fluid Prussian blue hue, Utrecht red violet with a little bit of Liquitex quinacridone magenta, and then this is golden iridescent gold deep fine. These are all mixed with Floetrol, Liquitex, gloss pouring medium, and a little bit of water to thin. And so I guess I'll just dig in. Probably should have some gloves. Grab this used pair if I can jam my hand into them. Oops, backwards. Funny how with some of these gloves you can't tell which is the pinky and which is the thumb side. This one I know, the thumb is all crumpled up. Oh, kind of stuck. Here we go. Should have taken my rings off, but that's okay. So we're going to get the base down. And honestly, I haven't really thought about what direction I'm going to go in. I'm just playing. I'll figure it out as I go. I saw a paint booger. I'm sure it'll show up again. See how nice and thin that is. Hopefully not too thin. I'm sticking to my plastic. That is sliding fast. It's probably too thin. Well, I'm gonna find out, aren't I? I usually get it too thick. Alright, going right off the sides. The reason that I did mine translucent is because my base is streaky. when Rinska did hers, she used Amsterdam acrylic water-based spray paint on her canvas. I don't have any. I'm not going to go buy some because I have more paint than I will ever know what to do with at this point. And I'd rather spend my money on canvases so I have something to put the paint on. Alright, so I think that's probably thin enough. Oh, it's a dog hair. Isn't that beautiful? Hopefully I don't lose sight of it. I don't know why pet hair is so hard to pick out. Not awfully bubbly considering that I just added water and shook the crap out of that base. So that's a good thing. Good place to start. Now I'm going to get some curls out of this too, because I did a test canvas to try my colors, and I got some really nice pearls. So I just mixed these before I turned the camera on, and I'm going to layer them with the Prussian blue at the bottom, just a little bit of the magenta and then a little bit of gold on top, and then blow it out. So what I'm thinking is maybe across this corner in an arc and blow a little down or out and fan it. That's what I'm thinking. Let's try it. I can't scrape and redo this if this fails. If it fails, it fails. And that is because it will also scrape the base off. Alright, here we go. I think I'll squeeze this cup just a little. Ooh, a lot of paint. I'm gonna do it again. Oh, and I just hit my base with the cup. Thank you, Roscoe. Sorry for the background noise. I have to run an AC in my studio because it is super, super hot here in Vegas right now. Today's I think it's 106, 107, but it gets to be about 90 in this room when I leave it closed up. This one's a little bit thick, so oh well. We are going to find out how this turns out. I'm always afraid of the gold because if you don't blow it right, it just sits there staring at you. Alright. It's on. And there's another dog here. Thanks, Roscoe. And look, another one. Did you come up here and lay on my canvas? Not self-incriminating, huh? Just gonna lay there and lick your feet. Cool. Alright. I guess I'm gonna give this just a little torch. I see a little bit of bubbling there. It's almost empty. Well in the transparent base. Pop. Okay, so I don't have another blow dryer. I'm using my actual blow dryer because I don't blow dry my hair anymore. This is a professional dryer, so the low is really, really low. I'm going to try it, and then if not, I'm going to have to hold it up higher to blow out on a higher speed. So let's give it a try on low. So nervous. Oh, good thing I had a fit of nerves right at that moment. Because I forgot to add a little base to the edge so it will flow. I always forget important things and remember not important things. My background color looks really cool. You probably can't see it on the camera, but it looks really cool underneath this translucent base. I hope it stays semi-transparent, what have you. All right, here we go. Should I blow over? I don't think I will. Dark, dark, dark. Do I like it? Horrible. I'm bound to do something to screw it up because it's what I do. Right, I think I'm not going to screw it up. I'm going to leave well enough alone. Oh, what does it need? Okay, now this is the problem I'm running into every time, is my Prussian blue. I've used a Payne's gray, I've tried black, gets muddy. And if it moves at all, it gets really muddy, and then the base coat, with no satin enamel in it, eats the color. Now, I'm not a scientist, so I don't understand all this paint density, paint weight stuff. Probably if I were using a specific brand, I wouldn't have that problem. I like how dark this is, but my base isn't going to show through this. It will come up through these two and these four and a little bit on this tail. Keep telling myself not to mess with it, and I'm going to mess with it because this is just dark. hate straw blowing. See, my base shows too much through that now. I might have messed up that little spot. I'm going to leave it alone. So, basically, this is just going to sit here and dry. And I am not going to bore you with the details. I will come back when it's all dry and show you how it turned out. This is super muddy. Need to fix that. Yeah, I need to fix that. How am I going to fix that? I'm probably about to do something really stupid. I should just leave it alone, right? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. Ha! That looks better. And then we'll go this. Need some definition here, but I'm not going to get it. Let me bring you in for a close-up, and then I will come back with the dried results tomorrow, and we'll see how it did. The gold is really pretty. That magenta is a little much. See what I mean about the blurring and the haze? I didn't see that Rinskadowna got the same outcome. I'm sure it's because she uses different paints. I'll have to go back and watch it again and find out what she uses. I do like the definition in these two. Lots of cells too, really pretty. And there's the Dark Knight. I'm going to try to do something with that. I know I am. Not too bad. That kind of fixed that. This I don't think I can fix. This is nice here. I don't mind that middle. That's kind of cool. And back to the beginning. All right. I'm going to shut it down, and I will bring it back up tomorrow. Okay, so it's morning, not quite 24 hours. It's dry. And I don't love it. It's funny, you go back and watch a video of yourself doing the painting and you see every single mistake you make and you can't do anything about it, but you do learn from it. So that's a bonus. And I think one of the first things I learned is that my studio is going to be a no Roscoe zone. So no dogs allowed. I came up about an hour later to make sure everything had stayed stable and picked out probably 20 or 30 dog hairs because he stayed behind when I went downstairs. So that has to stop. So overall, I don't love it. I see everything that I don't love about it. My base translucent was too sheer. It didn't give me the coverage that I wanted. And if I use spray paint like Rinskadowna does, I probably would have been happier with the base translucent exactly how it was. So that's lesson number 2. I will definitely keep trying. I think I like the color choices. I don't like how they behaved. I think I need to explore some different brands of paints. Right now, I use a lot of golden. I use a lot of Liquitex Basics, some Artist Loft, not a lot, and a little bit of Amsterdam. In fact, I have a lot of Amsterdam. I just don't tend to use it, and I don't know why. Maybe I don't like the colors that I have. Either way, I definitely need to step away from the golden, at least for Dutch pours. I really, I've experimented with the paint ratio to Floetrol and pouring medium, and it doesn't seem to matter. I still get, like with the gold, the metallics, I get a lot of shattering, and there is a lot of shattering in this gold. It's very pretty, and it can be touched up, but not without changing the overall look of the center. And at this point, I'm not even sure I would consider this piece salvageable. Um, I don't like this blur. It did dry more solid than it was, but there's a lot of blur, and it's dull, and I don't like how blurry the edges are. I think a Dutch pour like this should be more defined. I I don't know. I definitely, there isn't a lot about this that I like aside from the concept itself. I may try to do some touch up, make some changes, and see if I like it any better. I'm going to give it a quick 360-degree turn so we can both see if there's a composition here that I could live with. It really just looks like a twisted tree branch from some alien planet. Yeah, I actually think this direction works the best. Black hole there. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'll bring you guys in for a close-up so you can see some of the things that I like and the things that I don't like a little bit closer, and maybe give me some suggestions in the comments, which would be greatly appreciated. Let's take a closer look. So let's get a little closer. This area actually dried really solid and well defined. The cell stayed. The outline is good, but a lot of blur. A lot of blur. I don't like that. It may be the base that's causing it. This is pretty. Kind of an iridescent flow. This could have been pretty. Oops, almost dropped my camera. This whole area up through here. Look at that blur. There isn't anything I like about it. And these are the streaks that I'm not liking in the background color with the base over it. It didn't hide it. That one's probably one of the more well-formed blowout areas. That's very light. And the tail part, yeah. I like the center, but I don't like how close it is to the edge or the way it blew out. This is the shattering in the gold that I'm talking about, and I get this almost every time with the golden fluids. And if you try to paint over it, you lose something in that process and it becomes very solid. Too solid. I guess this one isn't horrible, but look at the blur on the edges. Not loving that. A lot of definition up close to the center. I don't know why some of those cells are wonky, but this is another one that got a lot of blur. And then I actually used my palette knife to create that line. And so it stayed, and none of the rest did. So, yeah. Well, let me know what you think, what you have for suggestions. I would definitely like to make this work. Would help if I were a better Dutch pour artist. I don't do a lot of it because I'm just impatient and hard to please. But yeah, any comments or suggestions would be very much appreciated. Hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for checking out my channel. I hope to see you next time. Have a great day.